Welcome back to the Hillbilly RV channel. Pretty cool day here today in southern West Virginia, but it was much cooler. I don't know, 3-4 weeks ago we had a really cold snap. It got down to the low 20s, cold enough to hurt a lot of things in a camper. This gentleman here apparently didn't realize it was going to get cold. Looks like a brand new Arctic Wolf fifth wheel. He went to winterize it the other day and he realized he'd popped the kitchen faucet apart. I think that's already been fixed, but he also hurt the Gerard water heater. He sent me a video of it leaking. If I can figure out how to do that easily, I'll put that in here somehow. But yeah, it's Gerard water heater has a flow meter. I believe it's the flow meter back here. What it does, the flow meter just goes on a pipe on a connection. It goes together, and then a screw, it's O-ringed, and a screw just holds it together. What happens, that freezes and raises that flow valve up and breaks that screw. And then the only way to fix it is take the old broken screw out, the little broken piece, just slide it back together. It usually doesn't hurt anything, and then put a new screw in it. They don't make these things easy to work on. I'm going to try my best not to have to pull this water heater out, but I might have to pull the water heater out. And I told them I'll be shocked if the copper box is okay. It might be. I don't know. I can't. I looked in there and I didn't just see anything real obvious, but be shocked if the copper box is not damaged too. But we're going to try and get that flow valve, take the rest of the way apart, put it back together, and put a screw in it and see what happens. Back in there, not here, but back in there is where we're working. I'm going to try and take some of this stuff loose and see if I can get that out of the way enough to go through the side here and get that screw. The screw's right here on the front, but it's right behind the pop-off valve. So yeah, that's a genius thing to do. If the pop-off valve wasn't in the way, it'd be no big deal. Reach under the screwdriver, get the broken screw out, raise it up enough to get the little broken chunk out, slide it all back together, put a new screw in it, be done. But they put this right in the way. So I'm going to take, there's a couple screws in the bottom, a couple screws around the side, a couple screws at the top. See if I can get some of this stuff out of the way enough to where I can get in there. And there's not room for y'all and me in there at the same time. So no, you're not going to be able to see what I'm doing, because I can barely see what I'm doing. And right now, I think it's more important for me to see than y'all to see. You know, maybe that's just me, but that's how I feel about it. I don't remember. I've only worked on one of these. I think this year I put a copper box in one, which I did a video of. I don't remember whether this stuff moves out of the way far enough to do us any good or not. If not, then the water heater is going to have to come out. There is the size of the screw right there. There's the size that we need. To be honest with you, a lot of times if I have to take this water heater out and take it apart to get to that, I will probably, that's the same size screw. There's like 30 screws that hold that case together on the outside of that water heater, and that's the same size screw as in the case. So if that ends up being the case, I'll just rob a screw out of the case, because I figure you know, they got a few extra in there, so ain't nobody gonna miss one. Oh, let me see here. We got a copper tube here. Some kind of adjustment. I don't know. It's it is like glued, so you can't adjust it. It's probably a flame adjuster or something here. Let me see here. Well, I was able to slide it over some. I got to get enough room to get a 90-degree screwdriver in there. This really comes in handy. I've had this thing forever. It's a Craftsman. But it's got a swivel in the middle of it. Or if you take the adjuster out, you adjust how much swivel, or you can take it all out. It's just a straight screwdriver, and you just change the bits. Pretty cool. I've never seen one of those again. I don't know. I bought that at Sears many years ago. Let me see. Back y'all up just a little bit. See if there's any way to manipulate this around a little bit. Give me a little more room there. Because all the wires are really short too, of course. I mean, why? I reach back here and cut a zip tie. Let me go get some side cutters. This is all the electronics here, the control box and all that. All right. Of course, all the other wires are probably super short too. I mean, why would you give anybody room to work, right? All right, actually, I think there's enough room for me to get a 90-degree screwdriver in there. Let me go grab one. And yeah, I know I went and got gloves because I know I'm going to end up slicing my hands all to pieces back in there if I don't wear gloves. These are handy too. I actually got a 90-degree screwdriver and a 45-degree screwdriver. Just put whatever bit you want in there. Might do the 45. Make sure it's in the off. Oop, it's on. Let me see if I can reach back in there. Get that screw out, because then sometimes those screws are like really tight too. I can't do them stupid gloves. I can't work in gloves. That's why I cut my hands all up all the time. Y'all do the same thing? I know y'all comment all the time, especially the guys with the little more gray hair. They're always telling me, oh yeah, every time I work on something, I bleed too. I used to laugh at my dad, and he would do stuff like that. I shouldn't have laughed at my dad. So now it happens to me. I don't even have anybody to laugh at me. I think I'm on the screw. Oh my gosh, it's gonna be like super tight. It is gonna be like super tight. It's either that or it came loose. It's either rounding out or it came loose. No, it has not come loose. This did too. All right. This got a little. It's got a little paint mark on it too. I guess so when they're building it, they know that those, you know, that particular screw's been tightened or whatever. I don't really know. Now they got it moving. Let me see if I can get this screwdriver back in there. And get that screw the rest of the way out. If it wasn't for that pop-off valve right in the way, this would be a super easy job. And I don't know if I mentioned it at the beginning or not, but this pop-off valve or this flow valve, man, it seems like it takes almost no freezing water to pop this thing off. And it just, you got water in this thing and it's frost heavy, it'll pop this thing off like this. I cannot get in there with that screwdriver. I wished I could. It'd sure make life easier. It's just too long. Oh, I started to move it. Ah, here we go. Oh, it's gotta be so close. So I don't really know how I'm gonna get the new one in there. I'll figure it out though. Man, if this thing was about half as long, you know what? I might have something to get in there. This is a 90-degree drill thing. It's probably gonna be too long. Yeah, it's too deep that way. Huh. Man, it's gotta be just ready to fall out there. I've turned it quite a bit. It'd be a shame to have to take his water heater out, take the case off of it to do this. I gotta go get me some light, and I'm gonna shut y'all off for a little bit, see if I can get that screw out. I got good news and bad news. Which you want first? Good news is I got the screw out. The bad news is it ain't broke. It is intact. It is not broken. It actually, you know, that flow valve goes down on a fitting. Like I say, it's O-ringed, and it goes all the way down, and then there's a slot that screw goes in to keep it all from coming apart. It's stretched to copper box. So that means the copper box needs to be replaced. And unbeknownst to me, I think the copper box is in the $300 range. By the time you pay somebody like me to do that, now if you do it yourself, it'd be cheaper, but it takes me pretty near 3 hours to get one of these out, take it apart, replace the copper box, put it all back together, and reinstall it in the camper. Unbeknownst to me, these things are actually cheaper than a tank water heater. I think they're just over $600 range. So I will talk to these people and see what they want to do. I don't know if I'll be changing any more copper boxes, because like I say, you're getting you're just a few dollars away from a new water heater. Yeah, you just still have to pay for the installation, but to just take it out and put one back in is a lot quicker if you got room to access to the back of it, so you can get the water lines off. A lot quicker than taking it out, completely disassembling it, reassemble it, then install it. So I don't know. Let me see what they want to do, and we'll go from there. All right. Well, they want me to price a copper box versus a whole water heater. So we're done for the day. Well, we're done here for the day. Had several calls today, so I probably have to go work on another one today. I may run by, I'm not far from the house, so I may run by the house and get me some long johns on there. It's kind of chilly out here today. I do not have enough clothes on. So don't y'all be half dressed. Y'all get down in that comment section. Leave me a comment, a criticism, a concern. Don't forget to go check out your friends in the RV business. Go check out their YouTube channel. It's going to be another really good source for reliable information, because there's still a lot of YouTube channels out there spewing myths and lies and fairy tales. So watch who you watch on YouTube. All right, that's all I got to say about that. Y'all have a fantastic day. We'll catch you next time.